वही करना था, थोड़ा दोबारा मैंने शुरू करके यहाँ पे किया।
We're good to go? Let's link भेज देंगे। हाँ लिंक भेज करो, फिर लिंक भेज दो, फिर से खोल लो, फिर लिंक कॉपी कर लो, शेयर कर दो। ओके।
How's everyone doing today? How are you? Great? How's the energy? How's the Josh? I know it's Saturday, I know you're all sleepy from the heavy and busy work day, but I can assure you that this session will leave you energized. Now, before beginning, I would like to welcome you all to meeting number 438 of the Jaipur Toastmasters Club. Before we begin the meeting, I would like you all to follow some ground rules to ensure that the meeting runs smoothly and is not delayed like the Indigo flights lately. First of all, I'd like you all to turn your cell phones to the silent mode. Give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Done.
Good. Perfect. Now, as you can see, the bottles have been placed on the aisle side of the chairs. And if you wish to access the washroom facilities, they're right there on the left. And now, coming to the rules. Whenever someone calls you on this stage, ensure that you're shaking hands with them. Because I personally believe that shaking hands signals a transfer of good luck and great energy. So ensure that you're shaking hands with the person on the stage. Next, whenever someone is speaking on the stage, be sure to not cross-talk, be sure to not disturb them, because it takes a lot of courage to come up here and speak to an audience. Please, it's my request to not disturb them. And, well, those are the ground rules. Now, I can see that you're still a little, you're still a little sleepy, you lack energy, so I want you all to get up and help me, help you energize yourself. Come on, get up. Now, it's a fairly simple activity, nothing complicated. When I'm going to tap my feet, and whenever you see me tap my feet, you have to clap as loudly as you can. Okay? So for example, I tap my feet, you clap as much as you can. And bonus, if you want to scream your lungs out, you can do that too. Because I feel like when you scream, it really brings out your energy, it really gives a zest to you. Okay. This is hooting. I'm talking about screaming. Ah! Scream! Scream! Ah! See, this proves that we are still the apes and monkeys we evolved from. Now, come on. Have a seat, everyone, and let me welcome the presiding officer of this meeting. I'm sorry, what? Ground rules. Yeah, I explained the ground rules to not cross-talk. Did I mix something? Perfect. So now I would like to welcome on this stage the presiding officer of this meeting, who is Toastmaster Naman. He runs a sustainable timber startup, and there are a lot of things he does. But I need to take a breather and drink some water, so I'm not going to introduce all of that about him. Come on.
Thank you, Toastmaster for that introduction of me. Hello everybody, I am Toastmaster Naman, and I do not have a sustainable timber startup. So again, an introduction which was made wrongly. Sustainable, yes. Timber, yes. Startup, no. Business. There's a basic difference between a startup and a business. A startup usually seeks funding. A business does not. So sustainable timber business. Thank you, but I need your energy which you brought on the stage. Hello everybody. I am Toastmaster Naman, the president and the presiding officer for today's meeting. These are the 3 ground rules that Krishanshu laid and I did not listen, so I asked him to repeat it. But that is why you have to be aware. Jaipur Toastmasters Club is a club from the Toastmasters International. So Toastmasters International is a parent body of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. It's a not-for-profit organization which operates clubs worldwide on three basic parameters, which is public speaking, leadership, and communication skills. It was founded in 1924 by Ralph C. Smedley, and this is the basic introduction of Ralph C. Smedley. There was an organization called the YMCA, and there he found a bunch of young gentlemen whom he worked along with, and started the Toastmasters International in 1924, which is 101 years ago. Currently, after those 101 years, Toastmasters International currently operates about 16,000 and above clubs in 149 plus countries. Jaipur Toastmasters Club is one of those 16,000 clubs. It is one of the largest community clubs in the state of Rajasthan, and it's been operating since the last 8 years. This is the Jaipur Toastmasters Club family. So if you see just 10, 12, 30 people around you, that's not what JTC truly is. This is what JTC truly is, where we have about 60, 70 people working on different projects, different agendas, different things that they're working on during their life. This is the original team. When you'll see their energy on such events such as the Diwali Milan Samara that we organized about a couple of months ago, their energy is incredible. We often make headlines. We featured in the Dainik Bhaskar newspaper 2 months ago, and this is one of the feed where they showed how we operate clubs, and we got a good amount of traction, good amount of people also after this news feature. We often visit educational institutions, work with them, understand what they want and what we can offer to them, and work closely with a lot of education institutions as well as different institutions as well. We achieve a lot of different awards. We today also achieved an award, so we'll come to it at the end of the meeting. We last year achieved an award which was the President's Distinguished Club Award, Titan Triumph Award, and many more. We also have our in-house winner today. So last week, the Division C, which is the Toastmaster of Rajasthan, organized a contest on the division level, and we had a first runner-up from our club, Toastmaster Rohit Sharma. So if we can clap for him, who won an incredibly difficult contest. This is the executive committee, and for time constraints, I will move to only those people who are present today. So hi, I am the president of Jaipur Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Naman. Here is the immediate past president, Toastmaster Kamlesh, who is not present today. Then we have our vice president education, Toastmaster Rohit, if you can raise your hand. He takes care of all the education goals of all the members, guests of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. Then we have our assistant vice president membership, Toastmaster Shashank. If you are a new Toastmaster or a guest, he is your first point and the only point of contact. He will guide you through the entire process of how do you onboard as a member and how do you operate as a member in a particular club. Then we have our VP Public Relations, Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Sakshi. Please raise your hand. She takes care of all the posting, all the social media posts, as well as this beautifully designed slide as well, which you will be seeing all throughout the meeting. Then we have our secretary and treasurer who are not present today, and our sergeant at arms, our logistics manager, Toastmaster Krishnanshu, whom you just saw how energetic he is. And this is the entire executive committee of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. We also have our ultimate duo, who are our club mentors and club coach. DTM Naveen Parwal sir, our club coach, and one of the pillar of support of this club, as well as DTM Sangeet Rajoria, our first president, who comes in and guides us all throughout the process or wherever we require. Now it's time to welcome the new Toastmasters or the future Toastmasters. So I would like to call the guests to give a brief introduction about you. And I can start with you, sir.
Okay, my name is
You can come on the stage.
No, I'm good here.
Okay.
This is my first time here. Manish Sharma. I work with Ananda Hotels and Resorts as a VP Business Development.
Okay.
And I just, Googled it somehow. Then downloaded the meetup app and I landed up here. So let's see, it's interesting.
Great. Great. Any other guests who would like to come on the stage and give a brief introduction? Any of the two of you? Yeah. Come on stage. You come on stage.
Hi.
Hi. Naman.
Hello everyone, myself Ella, and this is the first time I've come here. And once last Saturday I came here to inquire whether I can join or not. So I was actually excited about how will I introduce myself in front of a lot of people. Actually, I was a child who never used to speak. I was kind of introvert personality, so I just never learned to speak in front of a lot of people. So I just came here to introduce and to know a lot of people and confidently just keep moving. So it was my first day. So thank you.
If we can have you as well for your introduction.
Hello, my name is Surana. I am currently pursuing Bachelor's of Commerce from University of Rajasthan. And apart from that, I am also pursuing CA as well. Like I have cleared CA foundation examination. So it's my first time. Like I am planning to join Toastmasters. Let's see how the experience will be. Thank you.
Thank you, guests, for introducing yourself. Now I would like to take you to the next part of our meeting, which is the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day today is me, which is Toastmaster Naman, and I have a beautiful theme for you. I would like all of you to think on the basis of a young boy. So not a girl, but a boy. Okay? Is it all okay? Fine. So the theme is every boy grows up twice. And if you see that picture, that is me, a 25-year-old carefree person who do not care about what will happen in my life, what have I done till now, and a lot of different things. And there is another gentleman who's my father, 50 years old, 25 years old with me as an experienced father because I was the first child, and 25 years of himself as me, as I stand today, a carefree person. So 25 years as a father and 25 years without being a father. So here is the two lives that I will try to show you. Every boy grows up twice. And I would like to start by one simple thing, which is father versus son. When you see this particular slide, I would like to give the credits to all the slides today because I have taken all the slides today from a very beautiful page, which is AISM India. So it's not a slide which is created by me, but all the credit belongs to them. But I would like to show you how a relationship of a father and a son shapes in a true sense. So a father loves his son the most until the son starts thinking like a man. How many of you relate with this particular quotation or this particular statement? Anyone? A father loves his son the most until the son starts thinking like a man. Okay. So anybody who can give me a basic explanation of what does this quotation look like? Maybe Toastmaster Rohit.
When a boy is still a child and he hasn't turned into a man yet, he still have that mentality of a child, and he still have that innocence in himself that maybe a father likes. And he likes that because the time when he grew up, he must have lost that thing. Maybe at the age of 25, that you were telling about. And after that, at the age of 25, he had many responsibilities and many other things, because of which these things, innocence and these, the thing that I can do anything, I'm a fearless guy, these things start suppressing, and other things, that responsibilities and many other things, that they start coming to that particular man.
Right. So exactly as Rohit told, a father really loves his son a lot, in a true sense. Okay, but when a son starts behaving like a man, or when he grows up, this is what happens. Because the moment a son forms his own opinions, the relationship changes. The relationship changes into a very different sense. So before taking you to the further slides, I would like to call the evaluation team. The evaluation team is headed by the general evaluator of the day, and the general evaluator of the day is Toastmaster Krishnanshu. Toastmaster Krishnanshu is also the sergeant at arms of the club, and he handles a lot of different responsibilities. He, by profession, is a cybersecurity expert, and today he will play the role of the general evaluator. So over to Toastmaster Krishnanshu.
Toastmaster Naman, you forgot the first rule.
I told you I did not say it.
So everyone, I'm glad to be back on this stage again. I believe that growth is not possible without feedback, because otherwise you keep repeating the same mistakes, you keep getting stuck in the same loops again and again. That's why it is essential to have someone who can guide you, who can give you feedback. But a single person cannot do that on his own. That's why I have my own team, my tag team, to help me develop a comprehensive feedback for all aspects of a meeting. First, I would like to call the first member of my tag team the timer, which will be played by Toastmaster Hitesh. Toastmaster Hitesh is a freelance content writer, and he always packs a punch with whatever he writes. He writes with brevity, whatever he writes, he makes sure it's concise, but packs the punch of 1,000 words. Welcome.
Thank you, dear Krishnanshu, for such a great introduction. So, what do you think what I need to do to make this stand perfectly?
Just you can just pick it up and
Perfect.
put it like
Exactly.
this. You don't have to throw it.
As you told, practice, perfection, and a technique. Let's try again. Just like this bottle requires the right technique, the right focus to end our meeting on time, we require something as important. What it is?
Time.
A timer. Exactly, and that's what I'm playing today. As a timer, I'm going to ensure that everybody stick to the time allotted to them. And how I'm going to do this? With these three magical cards. I will show the green card when you speak for a minimum time, red card when you have spoke for maximum time, and somewhere in between I will show the yellow card. Now let's quickly break down the timing you will get for every role. For prepared speeches, you will get between 5 to 7 minutes. I will show the green card for 5 minutes, yellow card for 6 minutes, and red card for 7 minutes. For the evaluation, the timing will be 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I will show the green card for 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. For the timing topic speeches, the timing will be 1 minute to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. Other than this, there will be 30-second grace period beyond the red card. So I hope you always respect the timing, and in case someone don't extend this grace period, they will not be eligible for the voting. So I hope you will stay on the time and will be qualified for the voting. That's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction of your role, Toastmaster Hitesh. But it seems you might have missed something. The grace period, while it works for the upper limit, it also works for the lower limit of the time. For example, if you speak for 4 minutes 30 seconds, even then you'll be qualified for your speech. And before moving further, I would just like to ask you all, the chairs in the front, they're quite lonely. I want you all to come forward. and sit down. Take these plates. Okay. That's
People here.
Come forward, come forward. Okay, great. Now the second role in my tag team is the accountant, which I'll be playing myself. The accountant, the role for your speech, when you speak, it's like a delicious ice cream that you savor, that you take your time to understand and savor. But when you use words like like I just did a few seconds ago, I broke my speech into pieces. I used the words crutch words like you know, like. All these are like sprinkling pepper on your savory ice cream. We don't want to do that. What's always better is to take a pause, take a long breath and pause. You don't have to speak very fast. You can be slow, you can be medium. But when we speak fast, we sort of pepper our speech with these filler words. My job will be to give you feedback on how many of these filler words or crutch words you use. That is my role. Thank you. Moving forward with the third member of my tag team is the grammarian, which will be played by Toastmaster Sean, who has a jewelry business, right?
Good evening, everyone. Today I am playing the role of grammarian, and my core mission for this role is to help us all use the language more efficiently, effectively, and more elegantly. I'll be focusing on two key factors, which are the gems and the opportunities. If I talk about the gems, then these will be the great, beautiful phrases which will be used by the speakers or the evaluators or anyone. And the opportunity in the sense of the places where you can enhance the mispronunciation, misspell words more efficiently. So I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Krishnaj.
Thank you so much, Shashank, for introducing your role. Now, the last member of my team, the Heartmaster, and also my favorite, because you get to eat chocolates if you answer the Heartmaster correctly. Now, to play that role, we have Toastmaster Sakshi, who is a web developer at a renowned company in Vaishali Nagar. I didn't have to mention the address, but okay.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am playing the role of Hackmaster. So, tell me what exactly a Hackmaster do? Is to listen attentively and creating some fun and interesting questions. Like, what was the time limit for table topic speaker? Anyone's in the guess?
1 minute.
Huh?
1 minute.
1 minute and
1 minute 30 seconds. 5 minutes.
it's 2 minutes exactly. So exactly like this, if you answer it correctly, you get a reward of some sweet chocolate. So all you have to do is to raise your hand and answer these questions and listen attentively throughout this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi, for introducing your role. Now, before moving further, it seems like some person of my team missed something. We also have our word of the day and idiom of the day. The word of the day is amity. Amity means a friendly relationship, or one of the expensive universities in Jaipur. Now, example would be sharing a warm drink led to amity between the neighbors. Whenever someone uses the word of the day, wherever they can, I want you all to appreciate them by giving them a thumbs up. And the idiom of the day is deck the halls, to decorate a place. Example, we always wait for Christmas to deck the halls and put up our Christmas tree. Now, again, the same rule goes, if someone uses the idiom of the day, I want you all to appreciate them by raising your thumbs, by giving them a thumbs up. Okay, moving on. Now I would like to give the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnanshu. So now is the first phase of how a relationship between a father and a son looks like. This is called the childhood phase. When a boy is small and his father is his hero, whatever dad says is right. Whatever dad decides is final. Zero arguments, zero opinions, only love. This happens with each and every child when they are from the age group of 0 to maybe 12, 13, 15, sometimes it is 17. For me it was 15. For anybody can give that particular age when you first time questioned your father? Anybody?
17.
17, 18, Shashank? 18, 15. Don't know, you don't remember. What's your age by the way?
21.
21. So you should remember. It must have been just 5 years ago.
16.
16. You can also think.
Maybe 17.
17. So 11 standard. So probably somewhere about 16. That is the first time you question your father. Okay. For me, it was like, if I can book a particular vacation for my family, why don't you trust me? In the same way he replied, if I trust you, you will make all the things go wrong or out of budget. At the end of the day, he trusted me, and his intuition was perfectly fine. The budget was 2x what we had expected. So this is what happens. But then, what happens in this relationship is the unspoken expectation. Fathers usually do not say, but most of the fathers expect their sons to obey, agree, follow. Now at the age of 25, I understand that it is not because they are controlling, but because that's how they were raised. Good sons don't question. That's the silent rule. Why is this quotation ever valid? My father was born in 1975. He was born in a joint family. The joint family had 25 people, 15 adults, 10 children. Out of those 10 children, he was not even the youngest, not even the eldest. Did not get the love which the youngest get, did not get the respect which the eldest get. And you do not have a single person like a father who commands in those families. You have your father, you have your chacha ji, tau ji, dada ji, bade dada ji, chote dada ji, who all dictate on your terms. And that is how people were raised. Whereas, when I was born, 25 years ago, I was the eldest child of my family and the fifth member of my family. 2 grandparents, 2 parents, and then the first child. So it was very different of what he was raised and compared to what I was raised. So the silent rule was, good children do not question. And that is what I did, I questioned. And that is what did things, spice up things. With that, we would move to the next part of the meeting, which is the section of prepared speeches. For the prepared speeches, we have 3 prepared speakers today. And the first speaker of the day, who will also be giving his icebreaker speech, is Toastmaster Dilman. It's not your icebreaker speech, right? It's the level 1 project 2 speech. So, for the first speech, we will be having Toastmaster Dilman. But before calling Toastmaster Dilman, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Abhijit, to introduce the purpose of his particular speech.
So Toastmaster Divyansh is giving his L1 P2, and the purpose of his project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit. Toastmaster Abhijit, Toastmaster Divyansh, you can take the stage now. The lesson I learned from my back, Toastmaster Divyansh, the lesson I learned from my back.
So life has a very unexpected ways to teach you lessons, right? So some learn from failure, some learn from success, and I learned from my back in a very unexpected way. Hello everyone and Toastmasters and guests. My name is Divyansh, and let me take you from the beginning of this journey. After graduating from college, I moved to Bangalore as my first job as a software engineer. I was full energetic and eager to build my life, and along with my health. So, and I also wanted to have myself as myself healthier and mentally stronger and physically fitter. So I decided to join Gold Gym. There, after like around 2 to 3 months, it was totally perfectly fine, and what I expected it was happening in that way. I was feeling stronger and I was feeling more fit. But after 4 to 5 months, tragedy struck. I hurt my lower back and it was painful. I was not. It was so severe that I was on complete bed rest for 1 week, and after that I was not able to even sit for 1 hour in a continuous stretch. Whereas in my job, I had to sit for around 8 hours continuously. Whoever is software engineer may be knowing about that. So that was very frustrating. That you are going into this problem and you are not even into 1 year of your career. So that was a very difficult part. And then one very good thing happened. My Nanaji introduced me to a person named Dilip Das, Eka Dada. We used to call him Dada. My Nanaji and he were friends for around 40-45 years. And he used to run a small club in Indore where he used to teach yoga. So he introduced me to him, and he was known for his very strictness. He was a very strict person, and I literally mean that he is a very strict person. So then I decided to go to Indore for a week and personally learn from him. That personally learn yoga basically. So I landed in Indore, and for a week I woke up early at 5 a.m. in the morning. Ran after that, did yoga for around 1 hour, and it actually worked. After a week, I can see the result. I can see that my pain has reduced a lot. It actually reduced a lot. Then after finishing the week and after completing learning basics of asanas and all, it was time to leave for Bangalore. So at the end of the week, he gave me a chart where he mentioned all the asanas, the sequence, timing of each asana, and a diet plan to follow in Bangalore. Okay, so then I came back to Bangalore. Initially, everything like I was trying to do what he suggested, but the problem was due to work pressure, I could not cope up with those long hours and long hours of doing asana, waking up early in the 5 a.m. That was the very difficult part. So yoga actually parted away from my life, and again the pain came back, and this time it was little bit more stronger. And during that time also, Dada and his students started teaching online classes 1-to-1. Okay, so my sister joined with him, and she also insisted me to join. But due to work pressure and lot of other commitment, I did not join. But then my mom and my sister continuously insisted me to join the class for around 1 year. But at the end I lost, and then I decided, okay, I will join. And that was the decision that changed my life. For the past 2 years, I have been doing yoga continuously every day. And I feel more stronger, I feel more confident, and I feel more aware about my body. And and what started as a journey of painful journey actually became one of the best gifts that I got in terms of yoga. So, and my friends, I am grateful to Dada, what he did to me. I am grateful to yoga. I am grateful to this whole painful journey and the wonderful lesson that I learned from this. And grateful to the strength that I got not by lifting weight but by doing yoga. Thank you.
Thank you, Divyansh. It was a wonderful speech where you took us from very different places to very different places of your life as well as your experiences. Now we move to the next speaker of the day. The next speaker of the day is Toastmaster Sakshi. Before introducing him, I would like to introduce the evaluator for our speaker, who is Toastmaster Hitesh. So, Toastmaster Hitesh, if you can give us the speech purpose.
Okay. So the purpose of her speech is to apply the feedback received in the last speech. So he got the feedback that she should limit the stage movement, first feedback, and second feedback was that she lacks face expressions while delivering the speech. So I hope she will inculcate these feedback in today's speech. All the best to you, PM Shakshi.
Thank you, Hitesh. So, to make things very simple for all the guests as well, there is a project called evaluations. When a speaker makes a speech, which is the first part of the project, and when the speech is delivered, they receive an evaluation. After the evaluation is given to them, they implement that evaluation and repeat the particular speech, or make it a really different speech, but repeat the particular project, and then they give their second speech. So today, Toastmaster Sakshi will be delivering her second speech. She already has had a few evaluations in her previous speech. So that is Toastmaster Sakshi. She is also the Vice President Public Relations of our club, and she is a really charming place to go to. Whenever I want any particular thing to be done, other than even her purview, I go to her because she is very calm and composed and carries things really easily. So that's Toastmaster Sakshi for her speech. The magic of saying yes, Toastmaster Sakshi, the magic of saying yes.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I have one announcement to make that tomorrow we all are going to on a track. So how many of you wanted to go on a track tomorrow? Why you wanted to go on track tomorrow?
Because I'll have great breakfast.
And why you don't wanted to go on track tomorrow?
Because my health is not allowing me to go on track right now.
These are some simple decisions which we make in our day-to-day life by using some small but most powerful words, yes and no. Right? These words may sound small, but they have so much power to create big impact in our life. Similarly, for me, these two words create so much changes in my life. When I was in my school, I always had a fear of saying yes. I always say no to everything, of taking part in any cultural program, any dance competition. I always say no. But in the class 8, I find the most chaotic people become my best friends. They are the person who likes to say yes on everything. Whether to take part in any cultural program, whether to take part in any sports event, or take parts in our food stalls. They have always said yes. And if they are saying yes, then there will be no option for me to say no. In the class, because of them, I take part in my school NCC for 2 years. I take parts in my school cultural events, and then I discovered my hobby of dance. In the class 11, I choose when I have to choose a stream. I didn't think much, and I said yes to science. And that one yes led me to engineering. In my engineering, my friends were not with me because we three of us choose different professions. But there one thing which is always with me is to saying yes. Because of them, in my college, I participate in many cultural events, college sports competitions, everything. And after completing my engineering, I have another big decisions to make. That should I work in Indore, near to my home, or going outside of Indore, but at that time I said yes. And at the age of 21, I was in Ahmedabad for my first job. In that city, I have not known a single person. But there I lived in a PG. I learned how to make new friends, how to manage money, how to travel alone, how to book tickets. All of this happens is only because of saying yes. Sometimes I think, what if I had not choose science? What if I had not done engineering? What if I said no to moving outside of Indore? Would I have ever explored new city? No. Would I have ever discovered my strength? No. Would I have ever been a confident person? No. Learning all of this give me so much confidence. Sometimes saying yes is not always easy because we have so much thoughts in our minds. But sometimes opportunities comes in form of challenges. When we say yes, we grow. But when we say no, we always be in the fear of taking challenges. So I want to ask you if anyone have any things in their life when they say yes, they got a new opportunity, and if they say no, they have some regret of saying no. Anyone? Yes.
I just turned down a proposal, job offer of Radisson brand, just because I'm not sure if the management will relieve me or not.
Okay. So because of you saying yes, then you learn, even if you not got a good opportunity, you still learn from them, right?
Yes.
Yes. And if you say no, you always has a regret of not doing something, not taking a new opportunity, and not learn a new skills. Okay. So this is all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sakshi. So, as we understood from Sakshi's speech, we should always say yes. Even if we are underconfident, we should say yes, because that's how we move forward in life. So, taking you to the third speaker of the day. The third speaker of the day is Toastmaster Nida. She is also the division director of the Division C. So typically a division has 4 areas, and an area typically has 3 to 4 clubs. So she is the chair of about 16 clubs and the whole of Rajasthan. So that is Toastmaster Nida. Before introducing her, or before calling her, I would like to call her evaluator, who is Toastmaster Prashant, to give us the speech purpose.
Toastmaster Nida Chaturvedi is giving her L2P2 speech, and the purpose of her project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify the primary style. So best of luck to Toastmaster Nida.
Toastmaster Nida, you can take the stage. May I know your speech style? The voice within. Toastmaster Nida, the voice within.
May I request you all to please stand. And just do this Superman or superhero pose. And look.
It's looking more like Akshay Kumar.
Awesome. Please stay. Thank you so much. Some of you, without even asking, said that it did not look like a superhero, rather it looked like Akshay Kumar and Hera Fairy. Well, some of you were silent. But did you notice that before even speaking, while you were quiet, there was a voice within? How many of you noticed that? There was some conversation going on in your brain. You could have judged me, and that's all right. You could have thought, why is she asking me to stand? Or you could have thought, what's the entire sense of doing this pose? There's always that quiet, that patient voice whenever we want to say something. Before even speaking out, we think, how will it land, rather than asking that question. Today, my speech is about exactly that. In Toastmasters, we go through various levels, and it's called a pathway that we follow to know the kind of style that we come here and deliver on stage. Today, my speech is about understanding my own communication style and falling in love with that voice. Before we dig into what my story is, I just want to share a few facts. These facts are that before I enter a room, my brain automatically tells me that, hey, before speaking, listen. So I listen first. Second fact is that I'm the one who notices silence, the discomfort in people before even shaking my hand. And sometimes I also go ahead to make people safe rather than offering them solutions. So one, I listen. Second, I sense discomfort. And third, I help people make them feel safe. With these facts, today I'm going to be taking you through 4 communication styles that I've learned in Toastmasters through a water bottle. Ready? Awesome. So these are the 4 communication styles, and I'll just summarize. First one is direct. Direct communication is telling your mother or father that, hey, I'll be there at 8:30 p.m. And then reaching up, of course, at 11 or 12. Supportive is when someone comes to you for help, you don't tell them the solution right away. Rather, you ask them a question and then see how you can support them. So it's a very calm and a patient style of communication. The third one is initiative. Hey Krishnachu, how are you?
I'm good!
So you go ahead and you interact with the person, even if that's the most amazing stranger that you have seen. And you go ahead with all that energy and intimidate that person. The fourth one is analytical. That painting could have been a little bit straighter. But then you don't say it to the organizer. So you analyze the entire situation and then go ahead and see what words you choose and how you interact with people. So let's take the example of this cute little blue water bottle now. Here's the question. Could you please give me the water bottle? Please give them. Thank you. Or you can ask, I need a bottle of water, please. Thank you. This style is often direct. It helps you decide quickly, and also it's very results focused. You get that water bottle immediately. The advantages of this is clear, to the point, and no extra context, no wastage of time. The second question is, whenever you get a moment, could I please have that have that water bottle? Thank you. What did you see? In both cases, I got the water bottle. But then the second one took more time. This is the supportive style, and by the way, it's my primary style of communication these days. It's polite, it's very relationship focused, where you tend to respect people and be too considerate with them. The third one, hey, I'm feeling a bit thirsty. Could you get me water, please? Oh, intimidating, right? This session is going great. May I grab a bottle of water? That's the third one. It's the initiating style. It's quite friendly, but it's more expressive. You don't jump onto that person, but yes, be polite with them. So it's quite warm, conversational, and energetic. The fourth one, may I have a bottle of water? I'll need it before continuing. Or, a bottle of water would help me continue the session comfortably. Thank you. See, all four, this one is the analytical style, which gives you a structure and which also adds a logic to your question. It's reason-based, calm, and precise. So out of these four, which one is your favorite so far? Anybody? Direct? While when you want to get water, direct style of communication would be wonderful. But just in case you're trying to get that date or trying to get that promotion, you may mix it up. While being steady, being calm, being polite helps you in situations and building relationships, there are times when you need to be analytical, structured, and logical. Right now, I'm following two communication styles, one being supportive and one being energetic. While I don't keep on asking for water bottles all the time, but yes, these two communication styles are helping me find my voice within and make me feel like this. So I urge you all to find your voice within, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meda, for telling us what are the different types of communication styles and what is your communication style. Before we move on, we will take a short break. The break will be 2 minutes, so the timer, please note. Whenever the 2 minutes are done, you can start clapping so that we can come back and we can take a 2-minute break. You can use the washroom, water, or time to interact with each other. Thank you.
ये तो कीनोट कर सकते हैं वही करना था मेरा
बहुत बढ़िया स्पीच आपकी
और भी खाया और शायद रेड फ्लैग तो नीचे हो गया कल आप ट्रैक पे जा रहे हो सर
एक बार
अरे मैं तो जा ही रहा हूँ
हमारे व्यूअर्स को हाय बोल दो आप लाइव
हेलो
एक व्यूअर है
अरे वो भी गया
डर गया वो डर गया वो इनिशिएटिंग स्टाइल से डर जाते हैं
नहीं डायरेक्ट था ये तो
लास्ट ईयर से मेरा इनिशिएटिंग स्टाइल था स्ट्रेंजर आना था
नहीं
is a surprise. Toastmaster Rohit, Toastmaster Krishnan, please take your seats. Okay, let's wait for the two people to join. Devyansh, Toastmaster Devyansh. We are up with the break, so can we start? Okay, so let me bring you back to the theme of our meeting today. Now is the turning point, and the turning point is then one day the boy grows up. He starts thinking, he starts questioning, he starts having opinions of his own, and that's what brings the distance. The first clash. This is the first clash which happens at the age of 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, several different ages. It usually starts very small. Small in the way, why should I do that in that particular way? I don't agree with that. I want something different. To the father, it sounds like a rebellion. To the father, it sounds like the first war of independence of 1857 when Mangal Pandey and a lot of different people wanted to fight against the British. But for the child, it was just purely self-respect. For the child, it was his individuality which he was displaying for the very first time. Then what happens? Why father takes it personally? So now here is the perspective of a particular father. Many fathers don't realize the truth. Your son isn't disrespecting you. So this is coming from a very child point of view. That your son isn't disrespecting you. He's becoming you. Independent, thinking, responsible. When you are the eldest child of the house, you get responsibility in your inheritance from your father. Okay? But ego comes in and love gets buried under the expression. So the father thinks it is something about the ego. The child thinks it as his individuality. And the actual situation is somewhere very different to what the two things actually are. Before that, I would like to introduce, before telling the entire story or telling you about the other parts, I would like to introduce you to the session called the table topic session of the day, and for that we have our table topic master, Toastmaster Rohit. Toastmaster Rohit is also the Vice President Education of our club and also one of the finest speakers I've seen in Toastmasters. He recently won the second prize in the division level conference, and he replicated the exact same progression of contest winning as I did last year. Second at club level, first at area level, and second at division level. So that is Toastmaster Rohit. Toastmaster Rohit, you can take the stage as the table topic speaker. Table topic master Rohit.
Hello and welcome all of you, all Toastmasters and all guests. My name is Toastmaster Rohit, and today I am your table topic master for today's meeting. And I welcome you all to the most exciting part of this session. Are you guys excited for this?
Yes.
Can't hear you.
Yes!
Who wants to come on the stage first?
Toastmaster Krishnan Shuru.
Still no noise. Let the opportunity to guess. I'll do that myself. So, what is today's theme? Anyone?
Every boy grows up
twice. Every boy
Grows up twice.
grows up twice. Once by age and once by maturity. That is what our theme today about table topic session. Today we will not be talking about age. We are talking about the movements that aged all of us. I will be asking very exciting questions to all of you related to that you guys will let know. So who wants to come first on the stage? Yes, Toastmaster. Big round of applause. I'll ask you a very simple question.
what's one habit that you mocked adults for and now you do it daily?
So when I was in the age of 21, I was quite fond of yoga, pranayama, exercise, asana. Even I have attended so many sessions of Baba Ramdev and all these things. Even I belong to a school which is Adarsh Vidya Mandir, and I was in the hostel of Adarsh Vidya Mandir, where our warden used to literally wake us up at 5 o'clock by hitting a danda. And we had to wake up and we had to go for the exercise, yoga, and everything. And I used to look at so many people who wake up late at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm like, how come you guys even feel energetic when you are waking up at 8 o'clock? And if I literally talk about last 3 months, I did not wake up before 8 o'clock. So this is something I literally even mock at me now. How come I have become so lazy, or not lazy actually, but how come I have become from early riser to a late riser? I used to sleep at 9, 10 at the max. Even there was a time of 2 years when I did not slept after 10 and did not wake up after 5. Every single day that was the schedule. But today, everything has changed. The thing which I used to be mocking at people, I'm doing myself. And I know my reasons. Though still I'm trying to change those reasons and make it to an early riser from the late riser. So let's see when it happens. Till then, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh, for telling the story belongs to all of us. I forgot to tell all of you that the speaker will be speaking for 2 minutes on the stage with a grace period of 30 seconds. And timer, you please note down the timing whenever the speaker enters the stage. Who wants to come next? Anyone? If you will not raise your hand, I'll pick the member I want. So you, please come on stage. Okay, let's try. Manish. May I know your age?
What is it?
May I know your age? So I'll decide the question according to that.
45.
45. I have a very interesting question for you. Which movement made you think I need an adult? But then you realized I am the adult.
When I seek, professional advices, I look for my mentors. Usually, I have, fortunately, I have 2. One in Bangalore, another one is in Nagdwara, very seasoned hotelier. Sometimes, I work with Ananta as a VP business development, but most of the time went into firefighting things. It's a big corporate also. So sometimes I also got stuck, maybe in licensing, maybe guest relationship. We need some, advices from our seniors. I look for adults, more mature than me or more experienced than me. Though I am working in this industry from last 25 years, and that's it. Personal, I'll not say much.
So how do you feel that now I am the grown up? I am the adult. What made you think?
Growth.
My question was, which moment made you think I need an adult?
Yeah,
And then
okay.
you realized, oh,
I can seek advices from my adults and my seniors, but end of the day, I have to take the call according to the situation. Then I realized, okay, I am also, an adult, and I have a good experience, professionally. I can handle it myself only. So Sorry, that's it. Thank you, I'll try.
Next, who wants to come on stage? Anyone? Raise your hand, I'll pick you. You should feel scared if you don't raise your hand. Just now, please come on stage. Yes, Jyoti. Very simple question for you. Once we become adult, we start building many things to our home. So, what home purchase made you proud for absolutely no reason? Home purchase like broom, dustbin, some mattress, pressure cooker, or gold.
So the topic is something which I brought, and it has given me. I want to say the question again.
That made you proud for absolutely no reason. You bought dustbin for your house, but you felt like, oh, I got the first dustbin for my house.
For no reason, I don't think this.
Okay, you add it. You add it to the point to you.
Okay. So the topic is something which I brought for my house, and for no reason, I was feeling very proud of that thing, my purchase. So recently, since many years, I was, I wanted to brought a mixer grinder. It's a very small thing, but still, I was delaying it because I was already having two. What? Huh?
One red.
Okay. So I was delaying it, and I was following a plant-based diet, so I was making, coconut butter and everything from the scratch at my home, and I was delaying it. And I brought this mixer grinder recently, and it gave me so much pleasure that I can make each and everything for myself at my home only, because the grinder is very powerful and it gives, very finest quality of things which I need to grind. So it gave me a pleasure and proud. And this is something I recently brought, so it came to my mind. And I don't know anything else. Yes, I want to add one more thing. I brought a house for myself 2 years back, and I brought a car for myself, SUV, for the first time through my own money, my hard work money, 5 years back. And I felt very proud of myself, and more than me being proud of myself, my mom felt very proud of myself. So I went to my house, and my mom, we make a round of the society, and she was like, I don't want to get out of this car, I want to be in this car. So I'm feeling so proud of you. And this is the one feeling that drives me through all up and downs in life, to do what I want to do, rather than what I want to do, to push myself what I cannot do, but is to be done. So, I feel more than myself, I feel very proud of my mother, who pushes me to do the things and conquer all my fears. Thank you.
Thank you guys, Jyoti, for sharing those amazing stories. I told you to share only one story, but you shared 3.
We would be eagerly waiting to see her icebreaker speech.
Even I am waiting. Excellent. Who else wants to come? I have some very interesting questions pending. Any guest? Please come. And your age,
21.
21? I think I don't have any appropriate question for it. Okay, I have. What did you believe at 18 that your experience of 3 years completely destroyed? What do you believe that at 18 that life is like this and this and this and that, but in a 3 years of experience, that thing has completely destroyed?
Okay, so
Here you thought that your college should be like this, but when you entered the college, you thought, oh, where did I enter?
बेटा बस 12th कर ले उसके बाद ऐसी
so like in 12th class, I always wanted to like, I always want like having become a millionaire or at the age of 21 by 10. Like it was a dream, and like basically I always think that I would invest in stock market, but I didn't invest in stock market itself. So that is the thing. I feel it is a dream and yet to be achievable.
How the 3 years stopped you from achieving that dream? Or what did you do?
Basically like laziness and like I didn't achieve, I didn't able to stick to my goals. So this is the thing.
And what was the journey? How did you start and what did you do to achieve that goal that you?
Basically, I have to be consistent with my goal and like I have to stick the things which this be able to achieve the target. So this is the
Step by step process, what did you follow?
yes.
Step by step process, what did you followed?
Okay. So I didn't follow any process. Direct approach.
Direct approach. Okay, thanks. Who else wants to come? Anyone? Instead of being analytical, I want all of you to have direct approach. Toastmaster Abhijit. Big round of applause. You all will get the most unexpected answer. Oh, very interesting question. What something you still don't understand as an adult, but you pretend you do understand?
Actually, in everything I do, I pretend to act more mature, like Toastmaster Norman talked about this theme, father versus son. So I think I have very different opinions as compared to my father. So I try to present a manner that I am very mature, and I know I try to explain him in a manner, but inside I know deep down that I am not that confident about my decision, but I still try to take a call because parents have this notion of protecting their child. Normally Indian parents, they want to protect them in every aspect of their life. If I have to take a call about investing some money into gold, silver, or I am a big believer of this investing thing. So my parents are all about keeping money in fixed assets, FDs, and real estate. But we are internet generations, and whatever I have learned, I want to experiment it. But even I don't know whether my decision will turn out to be great. But I pretend that, believe me, it's going to it's going to be well, and I try to substantiate it with proofs. But I literally pretended. I don't know whether I'm doing it right or wrong. That's all. I think everyone must do it because you won't learn unless you try. That's the thing which parents, I think they fail to understand because of their overprotective nature.
I want to correct the quote which he said that you won't learn until you will try. I think he should have said you won't learn until you pretend. I have two more questions with me. Any person who is not raising his or her hand, I'll call that person. No one is raising to you.
The name? Vedant.
Vedant, your age?
20.
20? I don't have question. Okay. What was your first grown-up problem that felt extremely unfair?
I don't have any exact answer, but I remember that, like I told the first time, the first time that I never got to talk to people as I was never let go out of the house because of which I never grown up my personality. As I grew adult and I started realizing myself first and how will I be able to grow my personality. There was a deep anger within me that I just need to talk to a lot of people to enhance my communication skills, to enhance my presence of mind. As I was never that kind of child like others child were. So I think this was the main problem of when I was growing. So I just started realizing, I just started taking steps, I started moving out of the house, and I also used to teach in the school where I started talking to teachers as well, but then school was completely unhygienic, so I just came out of the school. So, but I was sort of confusing personality that this is what I need to do to enhance my communication skills, and that is how I'm able to compete with the students, with the people of my age. So that's it. Thank you.
So he forgot to mention that he has also started thinking about improving his public speaking, and that's why he came to Toastmasters. So I have a last question for any interested person. Toastmaster. Okay, I'll ask two questions. Toastmaster is starting first. All right. Quickly. What adult task makes you feel like you still need supervision?
I don't think there is a task where I feel like that needs supervision. But perhaps, maybe cooking, because I'm a very bad cook. I have burned so many utensils, so many vegetables while cooking. So I still think that it's one of those skills where I need supervision from my mom to ensure that it tastes well and everyone can eat it except me. And apart from that, I don't believe there are any other tasks where I feel like I need supervision because I like to do things my way. I don't, and especially, when I'm doing something, I don't want people to, just stand over my hover over my shoulder and crowd me. It's very nervous and irritating, when you're doing something you're concentrating on something and there's someone just standing over your head looking, and using their analytical communication skills. So, this could have been done better, this could have been better. So yeah, that's my answer. Thank you.
That's exactly what Toastmaster Naman was talking about in point number 2, the turning point. When you start, when you start having your own opinion in front of the father, you don't do that in front of the father. Okay, now I have the last question. And last candidate Toastmaster Meera, please. Your question is, what responsibility do you delay as an adult until it becomes a bigger problem?
31st March of any financial year is something I dread. Why? Number one, it's the end of the financial year. Second, I have to take care of my father's, my mother's, mine, and now that my brother has turned an adult, his incomes. And the third reason is that 31st March brings us to 1st April, and then again you need to start planning for the next year. I have studied all the subjects in chartered accountancy. Luckily, I cleared those exams. I also took a certificate of practice and I also worked in that field. But again, I dread that environment because I hate Excel sheets. This one responsibility of tracking the expenses, looking at all the incomes, and also this new regime, it blows my mind. Sometimes I do seek help from my fellow members of the same field, but sometimes I dread taking that responsibility because I have to do it. Sometimes in life, when people tell you, you must do it, you should do it, you have to do it, those statements, they kind of contract my body and this smile on my face just disappears at times. So this is one responsibility that I dread taking on, and I have now transferred it to my younger brother who is not here today because he's sleeping, as I told him that he needed to track the last quarter's income of our family and he has a 99-degree fever. So maybe this is one of the reasons too. So yes, this is what I dread, and I wish that all of you enjoy taking this one responsibility on your shoulders. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's all about this beautiful tabletop session. And now I want to call Team On, Toastmaster number on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohit, for a beautiful tabletop session. As you told, you covered 8 speakers, which is commendable. And now let's move to the next part of our theme, which is the son's expectations. Last, what we discussed was the father's expectations. What a father takes from this. Now it's the son's point of view. Most sons never say this aloud. I never told it to my father, and I won't actually. I'm not against you, Dad. I'm just trying to be myself. He still respects his father. He just doesn't want to live a copy-paste life. But on the other hand, here is the father's hidden fear, which every son respects, but the point is he never conveys, which is father aren't angry, or even the father does not ever convey it to his son. Fathers aren't angry, they're scared that their sons will fail, scared that he'll get hurt, scared he'll forget where he came from. They don't they don't know how to say it, so it comes out as control. Children often say or often think that my father is a lot controlling, and they often say that why does my father always want the accountability out of me? Why does my father wants all the answers from me whenever he asks a question? Fathers often do not want to be controlling. They want to protect their children. And with that, we will come to the end part of this presentation just after a beautiful session, which is the evaluation session. For taking you through the evaluation session, I would like to call the general evaluator, who is Toastmaster Krishna.
Now, before we begin this evaluation session, I would like to call the evaluators for our speakers today. First, to evaluate Toastmaster Divyanshu's speech, I would like to call. So, to evaluate Toastmaster Sakchi's speech, I would like to call Toastmaster Hitesh on the stage. Welcome.
Okay, so power of saying yes. It can teach you live alone. It can help you land a great opportunity. That's the message of PM Sakshi's speech. Great message. Now coming to the competition part, you had a decent eye contact. Everyone in the room was connected with your speech, which was a great work. I also observed that you interacted with one of the guests during the speech, which was great work. one thing I really appreciate is that today the face expression while delivering the speech was decent, which was the feedback we received in the last speech. So you are improving, but there is still a scope of improvement. So you still have to work on it. Second recommendation is okay. So the second recommendation you got in the last speech was about the body movement. So you had more body movement, like you were using the stage more, but this time you use the variable. So I think you should use it in a balanced way, that you don't just stick to the center part, you use the other part of the stage too, but in a limited manner. One thing I would like to add, this is not something you received in the last speech, but it is just, I'm adding that pronunciation. You can improve on the pronunciation part. This is something even I like it. So what I do, I do these activities like what this word calls. Okay, so I don't remember the word it is used, but you can try saying these words like Peter Piper picked a bag of pickled paper. So if you repeat these phrases, your pronunciation will be improved, because this is something I'm using. The challenge I would like to give you to use stage movement more. Other thing is that you can still work on the expression part, bring a smile or whatever emotion the context have. So bring that in your speech. Overall, the speech was great. If you apply this feedback, your speech can be much better. So that's all. Over to you, Secretary.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dipesh, for giving feedback to Sakshi and helping her become a better speaker. Now, I would like to call on the stage Toastmaster Shashank for delivering the evaluation before Toastmaster made the speech.
Toastmaster Veera. She always surprises us with a great sense of speeches. Whether it's about her energy, whether it's about her content, she always surprises us with the speech. And today, if I talk about her speech, then the best thing I was feeling was that she was able to connect with all the audiences in the starting. That, like in the starting, she said that what were the voices within you when you were like making a heroic scene. And I personally believe, I'm personally saying that I was actually thinking that how will she be able to connect the personal voice within us with the heroic style, and she did it very well. She actually connected all the styles of the languages of the speeches very well. The best thing I really liked about her was the personal connection. She was successfully able to make the personal connection within us by using the different styles. For the proof, I can say that we all have witnessed that we all were using the different styles in the table topics, in the introduction of the guest. So she was completely successfully able to connect that style, that personal connection within us all. One thing that I want her to work on was the purposeful movement. Sometimes she was completely out of the stage, sometimes she was just in the middle of the stage, but I believe that the best movement of the stage is connecting the like using the stage in the V or in the W manner. So if she will be able to use that, she will enhance her speech more successfully. I have seen a lot of speeches. I have listened a lot of speeches of her, but today I believe that the energy of her was little bit low. If she was completely energetic with her movement, her physical activities like facial expression, then I believe that there will be the great speech of today's meeting. And I actually challenge her to use to speak in front of mirror, so she can check whether her facial expressions are good or not. And with the conclusion, I would like to say that she was completely able to complete the project successfully with a strong connecting content and focusing on the physical movement, such as physical energy, such as her physical movement, stage movement, her facial expression can make her delivery more great in the sense. So that's all for my report. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Brilliant job, Shashank. Great job in giving feedback for Toastmaster Mehra. I was too mesmerized by his speech that I couldn't have noticed it. Great job. Now, I would like to call upon the stage Toastmaster Prateek to evaluate Toastmaster Divyanshu's speech.
So, starting with the speech, so the speaker took us on a journey from the days of his back pain because of gym to his pain-free days because of yoga. He started with the fact that people learn from various different things, and there are very different kinds of turning points in their life, and for him it was his back pain. So this set the tone for the entire speech. His facial expressions perfectly connected the audience, made the audience feel his pain. He wanted to deliver the pain he went through, and I feel that we all witnessed the pain through his speech. But I have few suggestions for him. Like, first of all, his title. His title was "The Lessons I Learned from Back Pain." I think his title could be more positive, like how I transformed my life because of yoga. That basically emphasizes on a much bigger thing than just a negative aspect like pain. Second thing which I would like to tell, most of the time he was looking down or looking up. His eye contact was missing, which is very crucial for delivering an impactful speech. And he was delivering his transition from pain to his days of happiness. So in the beginning, projecting dejection and not smiling was okay, but when he found a solution and he became pain free, he could have brought in more smile and more energy in his voice, so that he can basically justify the solution he actually got. And voice modulation is also a very important, which I think is also missing. Like, when he actually got the solution, he spoke one line, and I would like to rephrase that line. He should have said like this: "I became more strong, more powerful just because of yoga." He said that exact line, but he spoke in tonality like his entire speech. He did not create any ups and downs. So that's very important. And his stage movement was also, I know it was just his level 1 P2 project. I did blunders when I spoke in that initial phases of my life, but still his stage movement was also very, just like was moving like this and that, not using his delivery to emphasize the thing he wanted to deliver. In the end, he could have improved his conclusion. He just told that he found a solution, but he could have given a takeaway and make audience encouraged that they should also try yoga to improve their life, because we all are doing desk jobs. So that's a key takeaway which he could have included in his speech as part of conclusion, and it would have made his speech more impactful. In the end, it was a great speech. If he can incorporate, he is not here, but I hope he will go to YouTube and listen. But if he incorporates all the suggested changes, he will do wonders. Thank you.
Thank you. you, Toastmaster Abhijit, for that wonderful feedback. Now, without further ado, I'd like to call my tag team to help me evaluate this entire meeting and the role players and everyone who participated in it. Toastmaster Hitesh at the time.
Good evening, everyone. So starting with the prepared speech, TM Divyansh and TM Shakshi, both are qualified, and TM Veda is also qualified, but it was a great case that she completed the speech in 7 minutes 29 seconds, so the limit is 7 minutes 30 seconds. So in just 1 minute, okay. Coming to the evaluation, so TM Abhijit and TM Shashank. TM Abhijit is not qualified and TM Shashank is qualified. I don't know about my qualification because I was giving the feedback. So I'm assuming myself to be qualified. Coming to the table topic speakers, all are qualified. So this was my report. Thank you. Over to you.
Now, as the counter, I'll give my feedback. I'm the counter and I use a filler word myself. Ironic, quite ironic. Right. So Toastmaster Divyanshu is not here, so I won't be giving him any feedback. I'll text it to him later. And Toastmaster Sakshi, you did a great job with your speech. What I have seen over your time here at Toastmasters is that you drastically reduced the amount of ums and ahs you used. Your most popular word was so, but it's not a recommendation, in fact it's a commendation because you used the word so, not as a filler, but as a word to emphasize your points. The only filler word or the crutch word that you used was "ठीक" in the last bit of your speech. Toastmaster Meda, I don't have any words for you because you did not use any filler words. Brilliant use of pauses to emphasize your main points. Great job. And as far as the table topic speakers are concerned, we had many guests and other members of Toastmaster Club. And so I would just say that you need to work on your so's, your uhs, and ums. That's it. Now on the stage, I would like to call the third member of my team, the grammarian, Toastmaster Shashank, with whom I maintain amity or amicitious relationship.
I was actually about to say that sadly no one used the word of the day, but now sadly someone actually used it. But sadly no one used the idiom of the day, which was check the halls. So coming to the report, I have some opportunities. There were like no gems I found in the meeting. Some opportunities were instead of saying full and energetic, we can say fully energetic. When we are talking about the past, then instead of saying give, we say gave. And it's not in the 5 a.m., it's at the 5 a.m. There's, if I talk about the speech of Toastmaster Sakshi, then for all those who don't know that her speech is a sequel of her previous speech, which was the magic of saying no. So the magic of saying no. Acha, it's a sequel of the same speech, the magic of saying yes. And in the speech, she said the same thing. Doing all this, give me. It's doing all this, gave me. So, and great recommendation for saying this or that movement. This or that movement, we can say a unusual movement. So that's all for the report. And over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Now, for the favorite part of the general evaluation, the Heartmaster, I would like to invite Toastmaster Shakshi on the stage. Go crazy and deck the halls with chocolate wrappers and chocolate stains.
what most father expect their son to be?
Obey.
Hmm.
2 more words. I'll ask my father. Respect. Parampara Pratishtha.
Disqualified.
Anyone? The
Obey.
first
I'll take 1/3 of a chocolate.
You?
If nobody, then I.
No, obey then something like grow. Respect.
Obey.
Don't
Follow.
question, don't question.
Cheating हो गया
Obey, follow and agree. Obey, follow and agree.
Obey, follow.
Who answered first?
Divided into 3 parts and you.
Anyone?
Oh, you did.
How many members in Toastmaster Naman family?
I am. Raise my hand.
25.
On which city Toastmaster Divyan started his first job?
Indore. Where everyone starts. Bangalore. Where everyone starts.
She started in Indore.
Indore was actually.
Excellent.
In Toastmaster, in my speech, on which age I started my first job?
21.
Right.
Big round of applause for Toastmasters Naman.
I also answered correctly. I didn't receive any applause. Unfair.
4 communication styles. Which were the 4?
I know that. Direct, supportive, initiating, and analytical.
On which task Toastmaster Krishnanshu need supervision?
I know.
Cooking.
Then.
Excellent.
Now, coming on to the evaluation from the general evaluator. All the role players satisfy the targets of their roles. The PO did a great job in explaining the fraternity that is the Toastmasters Club. The team out session was quite interactive and relatable, and it stabbed at the heart, at the core of issues that plague the relationship between men and their father. The TTM, again, great job at curating different questions for different age groups, and also giving the guests and future Toastmasters a chance to come on the stage. The one thing that I personally found a little, could have been changed a little bit, would be to use questions, that are easy for the beginners. Because some of the questions I personally felt could have been made easier, but instead they were a little bit on the higher side of difficulty level for beginners. And the timer did a great job at explaining his role, particularly with the bottle and why it was important to your entire role. And the grammarian also introduced his role. Where is the grammarian? Okay, there he is. Yeah, great job. Just one simple point that I'd like to add is that try to use synonyms of the words. Try to use synonyms of the words we already use in our daily life so that people will be more comfortable in using them in their speech. The Heartmaster, I'm biased towards the Heartmaster as always. Great job asking questions, but some of the questions could have been more difficult. The difficulty should range from easy to medium to hard. And the benefits and the rewards should be commensurate, should be in proportion to the difficulty of the question, I believe. And I think that's all from my side. Now I would like to call upon the stage the team out of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnanshu. Finally, we come to the last part of our theme today, which is what both the parent, the father, as well as the son needs to understand. And that is A son who thinks isn't lost. A father who disagrees isn't your enemy. This clash isn't a breakup. It's evolution. It's the moment the relationship must shift from authority to understanding. What does the relationship yield? When the father sees the man in his son, and the son sees a human in his father, two adults, two experiences, one family, one love. Opinions don't break relationships, ego does. I'll tell you my personal experience. At the age of 10, my father was the best person I knew. He was the most correct person. Correct even more than my mother. When I turned 13, I started questioning, is my father the real superhero? When I turned 17, my father was the villain of most of the things I used to face in my life. At the age of 21, when I was starting my career, I thought I will be able to make hell lot of respect, hell lot of money compared to my father. At the age of 24 today, on the footstep of the age of 25, today I might be the most Papa Paglu person in the entire world. A person who started at the age of when I started my career with negative 5,000 rupees in his bank account. Today, he gives not just me, my brother, my parents, my grandparents, a blissful life. A life which promises all of us, guarantee all of us happiness and self-esteem. I often tell that my father is my superhero. Again, and I go back to that age of 10 when my father was my superhero. As a parent, my father sees utmost amount of love and respect for me. He sees a lot of energy in me, and he truly imagines me as a 24-year-old or a 25-year-old Dinesh Bhutra. And I truly believe I am the 25-year-old Dinesh Bhutra. Thank you. That was the Toastmaster of the Day session. Moving on to my presidential duties, I would like to take you to the presiding officer's address, and I would like all of you to scan this QR code, or maybe click on the links that is given to you on the active members as well as guest group for proceeding.